Hi, Professor Baker. So for my ethics in the workplace assignment, I did ethics in finance. So in general, ethics is concerned with human behavior that is acceptable or right versus what is unacceptable or wrong. And this is all based on conventional morality. So general ethical norms encompass truthfulness, honesty, integrity, respect for others, fairness, and justice. So you always want this in ethics. This is all what ethics is based on. And they relate to all aspects of life, which include business and finance. Financial ethics is, as you can say, a subset of general ethics. Why is it important? It's important because all companies, no matter how big they are, how small they are, how many employees they have, how many customers they have, they all follow a set of ethics. For a company to run, they need a financial component. Like, they can open, they can have business, they can be good for a while, but if they're not getting that financial component, there's no way in the long run that they're going to last. Companies always want the best return. Companies always want to hear back from their customers saying all good feedback. They always want satisfaction guaranteed, all that stuff. They always want the customer coming back and wanting more and more each time they come back, giving more to the business, having that growth in a business. Ethical finance is a broad concept that reflects a different model of society where social and environmental variables are taken into account by investors and savers' decisions. So they wanna talk and hear more about how like the ethics in one company is good and how they can bring more customers to their attention. Ethics in finance is also important because when you really think about it, you have your money. And you have some saved, you could have some saved, and you want to put it in a bank. You want to be able to trust the people so that no matter what, you have your money where you can go, you can get it, any money you need, whenever you need it. With this, you always want to feel confident in that you really trust these people, that you really trust the professionals that are working here, that they're going to help you, and you're going to benefit from it all. So financial services. The industry of financial services is highly regulated, and by this, they regulate to minimize fraud, theft, and misuse. The job for the financial service professionals and their mission is to enable clients to grow and protect their wealth. You're giving them a ton of money of your assets, and they just want to help you. They want to protect your money, keep that trust. The financial service industry affects everyone, no matter if you're a professional or consumer. If you're a professional, you're in the company, you're helping the consumers, making them want to come back. And if you're a consumer, you're feeding into the industry, you're helping them grow. So there are a few ethical issues in financial services. So within this industry, all the ethical issues are surrounding financial markets, which relate to savings and credit banks, insurance companies, investment banks, include finance companies or fund managers, advisors, financial managers who run large industrial organizations, savings and credit banks. Most people are unaware of what happens to their money once they deposit into a bank, and in some cases, many higher banks use the money from their customers' deposits to buy assets worldwide while the customers remain unaware. An example of this would be the whole situation that was with Wells Fargo, and it was all based around cross-selling. So what cross-selling is basically getting a customer who only uses one service, like if they just have a checking account, to open a savings account or have a credit card. What Wells Fargo was doing, they developed an incentive for their employees to cross-sell to their customers. So it succeeded, they did the cross-selling, but in the end it all fell apart because the employees, in order to get those incentives, they were cross-selling and making fake accounts in names of existing Wells Fargo customers. In the end, though, not a lot of people had to end up paying fees on their accounts that they didn't have, but in an attempt to correct the problem, the company ended up firing 5,300 employees, and they lost a highly respected CEO. At first, they didn't acknowledge this publicly, but since they have tried to fix what they messed up on. So Financial institutions do not operate like everyday companies. They carry specific responsibilities towards the community. Banks operate more like public utilities, providing basic services to the public at large. So what this means basically is they're just trying to have a place where you can just put your money. They can give you a debit card, a credit card, and you don't have to carry around a whole bunch of cash. You can put your checks in it. You can have them take money out of your checks and put it in a savings account so you could save money. You do all stuff like that. So insurance companies. There was a survey, a poll run by Gallup on annual ethics, and in the past over 35 years, no more than 15% of these participants consider the insurance industry to have high ethical standards. And a major problem from this stems from the insurance agency being biased towards minorities with a lower incident rate. So like an example of this would be motor vehicle insurance. A lot of people receive lower rates, while a lot of people also receive higher rates. And the category for these people receiving higher rates would be young drivers, new drivers, male drivers. It can be different for female drivers. It's just all different depending age, gender, how long you've been driving, stuff like that. Investment banks. So ethics has an important role in the investment industry due to the fact that investment professionals manage other people's money. So you're giving them their money and you want to be able to have a growth with your money. You want to be able to have your money somewhere and see it expand more money. So you just want to make more money. In order to maintain public trust, professionals in this industry must live up to high standards of ethical behavior. With a lack of trust, investors will seek other ways to invest. If you're not giving them your trust, or like they're not giving you your trust, you're not going to want to give them your money. Because if you give them your money, then they can go out and spend it on whatever they want and not use it for the purpose you're giving it to them to. There have been situations that these professionals often face where they can benefit personally at the expense of their clients by engaging in unethical behaviors. So like they can make their own money by using the client's money. And then other ethical financial issues are things like insider trading, which is the illegal practice of trading on the stock exchange to ones who own advantage through having access to confidential information. So if you know, like, basically in the stock market, if you know a stock's going to go up or a stock's going to drop, you can either put all your money in or pull it out and have that growth or save yourself from losing all that money. Forgery. The action of forging or producing a copy of a document, signature, bank note, or work of art. So basically, forgery, you don't want somebody writing fake checks with your account, taking your money. Money laundering. The concealment of the origins of illegally obtained money, typically by means of transfers involving foreign banks or legitimate businesses. So it's like you're getting money, but nobody knows where it's coming from. It's just coming out of thin air, basically. And then there's also insurance fraud, which is any act committed with the intent to obtain fraudulent outcome from an insurance process. So making fake claims, saying you got hurt here, you got hurt there, just so that you can get money and you can benefit from the insurance company giving you money. And that's the end of my assignment.